Now, Sunday, that was one of the few fixtures not to have anything on it, Southampton. We will all be here. We will all be talking about City, Villa and Liverpool Wolves. Is there any way that those ribbons change on Sunday?
Yes, definitely. Definitely a possibility. I mean, City at home last game, they need to win. You know, of course, you've got to fancy Man City to win, but is there any chance? Definitely. Villa are no mugs. They've got some good players. You've got the Steven Gerrard factor. Coutinho as well. Definitely. Villa are a decent team. You know, Villa are a good team. And we saw this scenario quite a few years ago when Manchester City had to play QPR at home. QPR are nowhere near as good as Aston Villa, and they only just won in the last kick of the game in injury time.
Well, you're going to be at the Etihad for us.
I'm excited. That was 10 years actually last week when Aguero scored that goal.
You're going to be there on Sunday?
I'm nervous a little bit. I feel people always say Man City always do it the hard way, and you mentioned the Aguero goal against QPR 10 years ago. That was done it the hard way. It looked like they were out dead on their feet, dead and buried, and he pops up with a bit of magic and gets the job done. Even last week, the week before Real Madrid, I thought that was job done. I thought they were in the final, not 2-E. So I'm excited for Sunday.
OK, let's go back to the man who watched it all from a very good point, John Barnes. And how important was it just to do their job and ask City the question on Sunday and take it to the final day?
Well, of course, as James Milner says, all you can do is take care of what you're in control of. And they're in control of, you know, there's no point talking about Sunday if they didn't win tonight. There's no point talking about Sunday if they don't beat Wolves. So as much as we're going to talk about Man City slipping up, what they're concentrating on is they're getting the job done. And if City slip up, they slip up. If they don't slip up, there's nothing Liverpool can do about that.
No, but we know you're a romantic. Come on, Steven Gerrard at the Etihad. It could be written in the stars.
Unfortunately, they've got to play against Man City, and unfortunately, Steven's not playing. So, of course, it could be written in the stars, but I don't think that, you know, we're going to just rely on that to then say that it's definitely going to happen. Of course, we all hope it's going to happen, but of course, Man City still are firm favourites.
Has he lost a bit of romance from when you used
to? The romance is gone, John. The romance is gone.
Oh, he's still a romantic. Yeah. Definitely.
You've got to be practical.
I see him most days on the school run. He's. Don't worry, he's not lost it.
I've always been practical. And of course, yes, we talk about Steven Gerrard, but then if we don't beat Wolves, what's the point in Steven Gerrard doing us a favour? So we've got to concentrate on just doing our job.
I just want to touch on the leadership point that Michael was making there. He's saying all great teams have done in abundance. You had the armband, you had big characters in your dressing room as well. How crucial is that in a situation like we've seen for Liverpool tonight?
Of course, it's absolutely crucial, but it comes from the top, from the manager. Those teams Michael mentioned, Alex Ferguson was the manager. Yes, you got the players there. Then you got Arsene Wenger. You know, you got Jürgen here, Chelsea. You had Jose Mourinho. So as much as you have the leaders in the dressing room, because if you look at as today, for example, until Jordan Henderson came on, you know, there's no Van Dijk, there's no Salah, there's no Mane, there's no Jordan Henderson. So we say, where do the leaders come from? It starts at the top with the manager, and then he instills this in all of the players. So regardless of whether Jordan Henderson plays or not, there are leaders out there because the manager instills that determination in them.
And what's that feeling like when you look around a dressing room, and you've had it, as I say, with top players, and you see those kind of characters and you think, yeah, I'm going to be okay because these guys are with me today?
Well, once again, you can look at the best 11 and you can say, of course, the leaders throughout that. But once again, here you made 9 changes. So when you're looking around the dressing room and you're looking at Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott and Tsimikas, and you're thinking, well, who is going to lead us? But they have that within the group. So even if they don't have the individuals on the team, they have that mentality within the group that we're all leaders. We all perform out there. So we're all in it together. You know, Jordan then came on and, yes, of course, he is a leader. But even without him, until he came on, they were still the better team.
John, and obviously a lot of players played tonight, probably won't see another game this season now. A lot of the big hitters will come back and play the last 2 games, but it really has been a great squad performance as well. Regardless of Liverpool win the league, this squad probably the best squad that Liverpool have had for some time.
Oh, absolutely, because of course, I mentioned in 1984, I think, when they played about 14 players and they won the league. If players lost form or got injured, they didn't have anyone else to come in. But you look at can make 9 changes, and yes, obviously if the top 11 play, they may play slightly better, but they didn't underperform at all. They've still got players who can come on and are worth their place in the team. So this squad obviously is the best, but this is the way modern football is. You know, you have squads of 20. Man City are the same. Obviously in the old days, they didn't have those squads, but it's a joy to watch. And also, I don't think any other team, including Man City, can make that many changes and still perform, whereas we can.